Hi, this is Cameron. I've spent the last couple days trying to figure out how to zip up a Rust app and deploy it to Windows. And without further ado, I'll give a demo of what that looks like on Azure. So we'll download the app. This is just a blank virtual machine on Azure. It's an A3. The size is A3. And so the zip that I created is about 24 megabytes. It contains all of the example apps that are currently in the GTK RS examples repository. And I put the binary in my fork in releases, so it can be downloaded. All right, there we go. Got it. Let's unzip it. So if we take a look at the bin folder, these are all the examples that have been built, and most of these libraries are the dependencies for those executables that are provided by MinGW from the MySys2 project. So without further ado, let's run some examples. The one that's on the homepage is the JTK test. So as you can see here, it pulls up. It's missing a couple of icons. I didn't spend the time to figure out how to get those icons loaded, but it's got buttons. You've got your about. You can choose a font. It's got a file picker. And anyway, this is just the sample app. It's built, you can take a look at the source code. It's all in Rust. And this is from the GTK examples. So this is my favorite example. There's several more. Another one I like is the multi-window. So this is just creating another window, multi-window application. There's one that shows the sync between the widgets, which is fun. As you hit the plus button, if the icon's just not showing up, you can see here that the two widgets are in sync. There's a grid. Anyway, these are all the examples. All the examples run, and I'll show you how I put this together. So GTK, the GNOME toolkit provides a cross-platform, and obviously it works really well on Linux. Here it is working on Windows. So that was the demo. This is all the examples are provided out of that repository, and then this zip you can find and download right here. So that's the demo I just provided. And so GNOME plus Rust has got a lot of love this last year, especially lately. You can check out all the love there. The main project is GTK RS. And here you'll see that toolkit example that I just ran, and then how to code with Rust, and this is basically how to get GTK dependencies on your machine. Essentially, use MySys2 to install it, and then you're good to go. And then you're able to build the apps with Rust. It uses the MySys2, so make sure you follow. Just come here, grab the 64-bit installer, and install that. So it's really quite easy. Just make sure that you're using 64-bit everything, and you should be good to go. So how did I package and deploy this? I built it. I built the Rust app using PowerShell. You have to use the GNU compiler. That can be installed with Rust.default stable GNU. In order to get while you're doing development, in order to get the dependencies on your, just make sure you put the dependencies on your path. When I deploy the application, I'm actually copying all the dependencies that are needed to the library. So that's on the next slide. And then while you're doing development, you can run each one of the examples, just doing cargo run and passing in the example name. So when you're troubleshooting dependencies or problems, the easiest way to get a good error message is to actually run start process in PowerShell and pass in the executable. Don't run it through cargo, and that will actually tell you the library dependencies that you are missing one by one. So in order to create that zip, I followed this blog and created a bash script that just got all of the dependencies from the executable using LDD, and then copies it to a bin folder, and then I zipped up the bin folder. That could probably be translated to Rust for a Rust build script, but this was the quickest way for me to get that done. And that's it. So about me, that's my blog. That's me on Twitter. And I'm currently traveling the world. I'm in Sofia at the moment throughout 2017, and I'm currently looking for a job. So it must be a remote job, and please do reach out. Thank you.